20-year-old Sarah Beckstrom has passed away, and 24-year-old Andrew Wolf is fighting for his life because your damn government are bringing over a bunch of savages from a third world country. Let's not sugarcoat these. These people are savages. Now, I got a question for you. Would you get wild hyenas and release them into a daycare? Because no matter how much you feed the wild hyenas, no matter how nice you talk to the wild hyenas, no matter how many times you want to make the wild hyenas be your pet, eventually the wild hyenas is going to either eat or kill one of the damn children in the daycare. But you got these filthy politicians, most of the Democrats, some Republicans, keep telling us that we need to bring a bunch of third world savages over to our country because they're running from persecution, and once they get over here, they slaughter and rape some of our women and children and citizens. We've even elected some of these savages or savages sympathizers from third world countries to be in elected office. Omar in Minnesota is constantly advocating for the Somalians down there. When we have a Somalian raping a 12-year-old, snatching out of her backyard, and Omar don't say a mumbling word about that. Then you go over to Michigan, and in Michigan you have Rashida, whatever the hell her name is. She's Palestinian, coming from a savage nation too. And you expect these savages to stop being savages. Well, it's not gonna happen. If you invite third world savages to your country, guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna act like the savages they are. Now, this problem is easy to solve. A bunch of this crime could go down. We have enough savages in our society right now. They're letting them out of the penitentiaries and everywhere else and saying it is inhumane to lock up savages. Brendan Johnson down in Chicago, lunatic who needs to be in a sane asylum, he thinks it's a good idea to keep letting the savages out of prison. You arrested 49 times. I wouldn't give a damn if there was misdemeanor, but if you got 10 felonies, 49 arrests, you know you committed some other crimes we ain't caught you on. But Brendan Johnson and these left-wing lunatics, including those in the media, want these savages out harassing and killing Americans. Then you got the media, if you say something online, they're more upset about you talking about something online than these savages murdering and killing and raping people. There's a reason that these countries are third world countries. This fellow was from Afghanistan who shot these two service members, and Joe Biden let them over here. They didn't even vet them. When Mayorkas was asked about vetting them, the whole damn thing was a joke. You hear these damn sirens? I bet you any kind of money, some savage somewhere has done some crime. And the media won't be outraged about this, but if you hurt some trans person's feelings, if you use the N-word online, they're more outraged about that than some savages stabbing and killing innocent people on trains, on buses, you name it. We got enough of third world mentality savages over here. We don't need to invite no more damn savages from a third world country. The reason their country is third world is because they are third world savages. If somebody said, well, their government sucks, of course their government sucks. Because the people are savages and they allowed this trash to be happening. Now they're trying to shut us up because we don't want to be living amongst a bunch of damn savages. I don't like living around wild animals. Don't know about you. I don't go around wild animals. I don't give a damn if you have a pet monkey. I don't go around pet monkeys, pet snakes, pet raccoons, pet lions, bears. I don't go around any wild animals because eventually that wild animal may remember that he's a wild animal. Have you ever seen Madagascar? It's a cartoon, I know. But the lion kind of started thinking about this. You let me out of here, I'm going to bite one of y'all legs off. Because he's technically a wild animal. Now, there's some wild animals that never attack. But here's the thing I know. If I don't go around no wild animals, there's zero chance of a wild animal attacking me. But we bring people from Afghanistan who thinks that it's acceptable to marry an 8-year-old because their parents said it's acceptable to marry an 8-year-old. What kind of grown man would think it is a good bride to have an 8- and 9-year-old damn bride? Nothing but a savage. And see, we keep talking about this is their this is their culture. Well, ship them back to that damn third world country and deal with your culture over there, damn it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want my family dealing with it. I don't want fellow Americans dealing with it. As a matter of fact, we ought to try to separate the states and let all the savages from third world country, all of the criminals who they let out of jail, let them live in their damn state and don't allow them in our state. It should be death if you enter our state, if you from one of these savages states, the death. I don't want to hear get old Sparky crunked up or something, because what I'm sick of is innocent people dying. They're making choices that affects our lives, and most of these filthy communists who are online, the news anchors, these politicians, they don't want to live amongst the savages, but they want the savages living amongst you. Anytime a civilization starts normalizing savages, this is what you get. Look at how many pedophiles that they allow to still breathe in our society. You molest an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old. I don't give a damn if you're a school teacher, death. Because once you start normalizing savagery, it becomes a normal thing. It's not a big deal. You notice that they will get more upset about something I say online than they will about a 12-year-old being raped and murdered by a bunch of savages from another country. We don't want to be like those countries. If you're so interested in the savage country that came from, go back over there. Tell these damn elected officials whether they came from a savage country or they from this country. If you so in love with the savages from another country, go to that country. Planes leaving every day. Hell, we'll fund it. You just can't come back. They are third world countries because that's how they act. Do you really want to live in Haiti? Do you want to live in Cuba? Do you want to live in, well, I might not mind El Salvador because they've gotten a whole lot of things probably safer than it is over here now. But would you want to live in Afghanistan, Zimbabwe? Nobody's breaking down the door to get into Somalia because it's a third world country and there's a bunch of savages over there. And we're going to keep seeing this until we get tough. Now, I heard the president is saying that he's going to stop all migrants coming from third world countries. Should have been done that, damn it. That would have been my policy in the first damn place. We think it was it should have been our policies to bring in a bunch of Afghanistans from a third world country because their country has been turned into savagery. Well, we don't want them over here because they'll turn our country in this. Now I hear Pam Bundy talking about she may get the death penalty for this Afghan savage who did this. Heifer, won't you lock up some of the people from the deep state? The reason the savagery keeps happening is because the deep state is still in charge. Look at these damn judges. They dismiss throughout the case with James Cummings, Letitia James. Now they're asking them to turn over all of the evidence because he's been mistreated. These rogue judges need to be treated like savages too, because they keep releasing the criminals. I think they just awarded some illegal immigrants who was detained by ICE $113 million of taxpayers' money. We've lost our mind in this country. But see, when you talk like this, there's more jackasses to be upset with what I'm saying than some little girl being raped or some woman being raped or these two service members being shot down by a savage from Afghan. Can't make it up.